have the team captains for Nelmac and Tallies up on the grid with us, please. Okay, now no offence Tallies, in fact I love the fact that you're fielded two teams. So, team captain Nelmac are the reigning champs. I'm going to ask them to call. Coin is in the air, call it Duncan. Calls heads, coin is scooted off into the crowd, heads it is, choose your end. Downhill. Nelmac will have downhill, Tallies 2 will have the uphill grid. Teams on the rope, please. So Tallies with 8 team members. Nelmac with 8 team members. I will time each pull. So Tallies have gone ahead and fielded 2 teams, and I gotta say, that's just great. So 1, 2, are you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are the 8 with a coach. Team count, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you don't? And 8. No coach on this one. Tallies 2 do have a coach. So teams, just relax on the rope, and we'll get to the centre, please. Wait until I give you the instruction.
So the first thing, just take up the strain without really pulling, okay?
Okay, teams take up the slack, and this contest begins in 3, 2, 1, let's go! Reigning champions Nelmac taking on Toes number 2. And it looks like they have the early advantage. In fact, they have been cold-busted in 7 seconds. Win for Nelmac!
Good one, guys.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
7 seconds. They have been training. Please make a note, Mr. Scorer. A win for Nelmac in 7 seconds. That's all it takes to be over and done. Team captains, please, for Nelmac and the police on the line with me now. Team captains for Nelmac, New Zealand Police on the line. Okay, reigning champions Nelmac challenges the police. How do you rate your chances?
Oh, pretty good.
All right. So, police can call, coin is in the air, heads or tails. Police call heads, and it's running away, leave it. Tails it is, tails it is. Dunky, your team will take. Downhill, New Zealand Police, the uphill leave. Nelmac, the downhill leave. Teams on the grid, please.
Go, Nelmac.
That would have been interesting if the police had won that and taken a downhill. That might have just really evened this one out. But, looking at they're bigger than they were the last time.
Well, the thing is, what Nelmac do is they have more than 8, and they rotate them in and out, depending on who they're playing.
Yes, and I say they're taking the police very, very seriously.
Well, look at them. You've got to take them seriously. They're fit, they're on duty, they're active policemen. Mind you, these guys fix our roads, our drains, our parks. They're active physical guys as well. So quick head count before we begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Love the big anchor man. Let me count it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Teams are matched with 2 coaches for Nelmac. Rope is centered. Teams take up the slack. This contest begins in 3, 2, 1. Let's go! First of our semi-finals. Reigning champions Nelmac against the police. They're making it look easy, and it's over! Nelmac wins! Wow! Wow! I did not expect that.
Yeah, again, it's just that power and that coordinated movement they have right from the start. Bang, they hit it and there's movement.
You know, they make noises like slaves rowing a giant galley.
I was expecting a whip to come out, actually.
So you see they're coached as well? 2 coaches giving them the rhythm?
Yeah, very much. I think teams are going to take note, and this is going to grow. This is too professional now.
Yeah, these guys are looking at ranking up a 5th consecutive win, 5 years in a row. Tug of Peace champions. But it's not over yet. There's plenty more competition to come. So, Nelmac win in 6 seconds. Nelmac win in 6 seconds. So another good win for Nelmac. All right, let's... All right, let's get the final on the road. This is the 15th annual Tug of Peace for Hospice, the Nelson Region Hospice Trust. Always needed, always there. And we are rattling our buckets in the crowd, so if you could see your way to giving us a handful of coins, we'd be very, very grateful. Nelmac, pulling for their 5th consecutive year win in a row. Unprecedented, unheard of, never done before.
Definitely not. Well, I was going to ask him, how many years you guys actually been coming? Did you win it on your first year, or you were here the year before, weren't you? Yeah. If I remember correctly, that was either a Sealords or Kelly's team, I think, that won that year.
I think it was one of the fishing crews, yeah.
We can always check our...
We can, but okay. So, can I have team captains, please, for Nelmac and Tally's team number 1 on the grid with me. This is the first final pull. Come on, give them some applause. Warm up your hands, Nelson. These are the champions of champions. So I'm going to ask Tally's, as the challenger, to call. Heads or tails for up or down the street. Heads he called. Tails it is. Nelmac take the downhill slope. That's the advantage slope. Teams on the grid, please.
Now, there's going to be 2 pulls here. This is only the first that these 2 teams will do. So endurance is going to come into it.
Hey, Steve, you're right.
What is combined winning time. So one team wins 2, say, fait complete.
But if there is a win each side, it'll come down to who had the quickest time. Okay, so that's how this works. So, let me do my diligence. Count up the teams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 2 coaches on the sidelines. The Nelmac team is complete. Let me count it up for tallies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You should see the faces on these guys. Have a look at them. They're grimaced. This is final number 1. The rope is centered. Competition begins. Take up the slack in 3, 2, 1. This is final number 1. Stop. What happened? Sorry, I just have to check with our adjudicator for what happened.
Tallies jumped the gun. It was already going that way before you said go.
False start Tallies. False start Tallies. Okay. False start. False start on Nelmac. Nelmac, wait till we say go before you go. Okay. Nelmac, give a little, please. Okay, they're very keen.
Back this way.
Very keen.
Get it back center, guys. Just give me a little bit. Give me a little bit. Go until we go. Give me a little bit. Listen for the cool.
Give a little bit, please, Tallies. Okay.
Okay, right there. Let's go.
Teams, take up the slack and begin in 3, 2, 1. Tug of Peace for Hospice. It's Nelmac! In 5.3 seconds. Great effort, Tallies. I can't begin to tell you the looks on the faces of sheer exhaustion, exasperation and effort. Unbelievable. Put your hands together. That's their first of 2 pulls. So no, there'll be a break now, Tallies. We'll do the repechage final. You get a break now. Tallies, you get a break now. So rehydrate, get your mind back in the game, and we'll go on to our repechage final. So the winning time, 5.3 seconds. 5.3 seconds. Wow. I was surprised that Tallies actually were overwhelmed in 5 seconds. That surprised me.
It did. I think maybe the false start pre-seeing that might have upset them a bit. Hopefully it won't the second time, and they'll come out and they'll roar.
All right, let's hold our heads up high. No one goes home losing today. Now the uphill disadvantage. Tallies with the downhill advantage. Will that be enough to turn the tables? I tell you something I've noticed that really matters in these events. Boots. I reckon the police would have had a much stronger showing if they were wearing boots instead of running.
Probably their actually police footwear is pretty good, I think.
So you notice these guys are all in big work boots. These guys, combination of gum boots and boots, good grip. So this is our final of finals. If the Tallies team wins this, it will come down to who beat the other in the quickest time. Quick count up please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The A team for Nelmac and the A team for Tallies are on the grid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Look at the big anchor man for Tallies. Look at him. You going to try and beat that? So this is our final of finals, ladies and gentlemen. The rope is centered. Take up the slack teams and begin in 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Nelmac going for their 5th consecutive win. They've got the rhythm. They've got the rhythm. They are bringing it to Tallies. They want to go in with it. It's on power. Nelmac wins. Nelmac wins an unprecedented 5th year in a row. Put your hands together for the Nelmac team. Champions of champions. They've got their coaches calling the rhythm. They've got matching t-shirts and a memorial victory for 2 members of the extended Nelmac team. So Phil, 5 years in a row.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, that's very, very impressive. But notice even on the back, we are one team. They're using this as team building as well as a good event and supporting the hospice. But one team, they move as one, they pull as one. It's going to take something to beat this team.
Well, I hope the other teams have been taking notice because we got to get organised and we've got to put Nelmac on the ropes one day, someday, don't know when. We'll stand by, we'll get on with presenting the trophy in just a moment. So, Mayor Rachel Reese has given up some time today to come and present our trophy for the 15th annual Tug of Peace for Hospice, the Nelson Region Hospice Trust. Mayor Rachel, this is Duncan, the captain of the Nelmac team. These guys are organised. These guys train. They practice. They have a memorial victory and an unprecedented 5th win in a row. Unbelievable. Mayor Rachel Reese.
Oh, Kent, these guys are fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Working for the community is Nelmac, and brilliant event today, Duncan. But great event. I can see the training's really been paying off, Duncan, and we have a fantastic trophy. Well done to the other teams who participated today. Mr. Steve Greeley, you will need to do a bit more work in the gym, wherever you are. Well done, Plex, for being here, but I think next year you're going to just have to raise the game a bit more. Fantastic to the ANZ who've been out there collecting for hospice. They've been doing a brilliant job, and to all the teams who turned up today and the public that come down to support you. So, Duncan, do you want to say a few words?
I just want to thank the team and thank the Nelmac for allowing us to come along and take time to do it. And to Rex and Glennis again, in the memory of them. Thank you very much.
Fantastic.
And from the Nelson Region Hospice Trust, Christine would like to say a few words of thanks. Thank you, Christine. Very nice words. Now, Mayor Reese gets to present the trophy for the 5th year in a row to Nelmac. Put your hands together. Champions of champions. All right. So there we are. We'll see you next year for the 16th annual Tug of Peace for Hospice. Right now, let's firm up with the team.